Arthur Conan Doyle was born on May 22nd, 1859, in Edinburgh, Scotland. He is best known for creating the legendary detective Sherlock Holmes, but his life was filled with many other accomplishments and adventures. Conan Doyle came from a large and artistically talented family. His father, Charles Doyle, was a well-known artist and civil servant, but he struggled with alcoholism, which affected the family's finances. Despite these challenges, Arthur received a good education. He attended Jesuit schools in England, where he developed a strong sense of discipline and a love for storytelling. In 1876, Conan Doyle began studying medicine at the University of Edinburgh. It was during his time at university that he met Dr. Joseph Bell, a professor of medicine who had a keen ability to observe minute details about patients. Dr. Bell's skills in deduction and observation heavily inspired the character of Sherlock Holmes. After graduating in 1881, Conan Doyle embarked on a career as a doctor, initially serving as a ship's doctor on voyages to Africa and the Arctic. These adventures broadened his horizons and provided material for his later writings. In 1882, he set up a medical practice in Portsmouth, England. However, the practice was not very successful, which gave him more time to write. Conan Doyle began writing short stories and novels, and in 1887, he published A Study in Scarlet, the first story featuring Sherlock Holmes and Dr. John Watson. The character of Holmes quickly became popular, and Conan Doyle wrote many more stories and novels featuring the detective. Despite the success of Sherlock Holmes, Conan Doyle grew tired of the character and even killed him off in The Final Problem in 1893. However, due to public demand, he revived Holmes in The Hound of the Baskervilles, 1902, and later in other stories. Aside from the Sherlock Holmes stories, Conan Doyle wrote many other works, including historical novels, science fiction, and plays. He was also interested in spiritualism, a belief in communication with the dead, and wrote extensively on the subject in his later years. Conan Doyle was knighted in 1902 for his work in supporting Britain during the Boer War in South Africa, where he wrote pamphlets and articles justifying the British cause. Arthur Conan Doyle passed away on July 7, 1930, at the age of 71, leaving behind a legacy as one of the most famous and influential writers in the English language. His creation, Sherlock Holmes, remains one of the most enduring and beloved characters in literary history.